Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. Today we're going to be looking at the last official games to be added to the Sony PlayStation Store for the PlayStation Vita. What are they like? Are they any good? Let's find out. So as of 23rd of July 2021, these are the last 6 games that were added to the Sony PlayStation Store for the PlayStation Vita. Now these aren't available in every region, so just a disclaimer there, not all of them will be available everywhere. But apparently these are the last 6 games, no more updates can be added, no more games can be added to the PS Vita store. These are the last 6 games. A bit of a strange one, but you will be able to download games and things, but there'll be no more games added. I'm not sure how much longer they will keep the actual store open, but for now, you will be able to download these games. But are they any good? We've got 6 games: Ultra Mission, Russia Subway Dogs, Brotherhood United, Maze, Witchcrafty, and Killer Dolls United. Now, a couple of them are actually really good, and one of them's absolutely terrible. Now, which one are those? Let's find out. Some of these games are actually available in other formats, and some are a couple of years old, but some are actually brand new games. Let's have a quick look in the store of the actual price range that we're talking about here first before we look at the actual games. So in the actual store, PlayStation Store for PS Vita, you've got the price range here. I think the Russian Subway Dogs is the most expensive game here at $11.99. Killer Dogs United $3.29. Brotherhood United $7.39. Mind Maze $3.99. Witchcrafty $3.99. Ultra Mission £2.49. And that's it. That's the last 6 games that have been added. And that's going to be it. There's going to be no more updates, no more games added, nothing. That's going to be it. Hopefully it would be great if they change their mind, but I mean I think this is going to be it. Bit of a shame that they're going to stop supporting this because it's a great little machine. But anyway, without further ado, let's actually get the games on the big screen and we'll see what they're like. So first game we're going to be looking at is Ultra Mission. Okay, it's quite a straightforward, simple game, this one. Sort of in a maze, and you can't actually touch the sides. They're sort of electrified. You need to sort of clear the screen of all the, I think they're kind of robots. So let's see, you can't touch the screen, the side, sorry, as you will die instantly. So, kind of tricky. It's pretty straightforward. You just got to press the X button to fire and the directional buttons. The character doesn't seem to sort of move sort of up and down. You know, you can see just side to side, but it's a bit strange how the character's head doesn't move up. It kind of makes the controls seem a bit awkward. But it's okay. It's not amazing. I mean, it's playable. I think that the problem here with it really just gets a bit repetitive and boring. But it's not the worst. It's actually pretty okay. The sound is pretty quiet though. I mean, there is some speech in the game, but it's very quiet and difficult to actually make out. Not exactly sure what they're saying. But yeah, once the screen's cleared, you sort of head to the exit. And that's it. That's that cleared, then you move on to the next level. And it's not so bad. It's pretty straightforward, pretty sort of simple looking. Nothing fancy about it at all. But it does get a little bit tricky, and again, at the same time, it does get quite boring. And yeah, if you don't pay attention and hit the sides, it's I mean, I was right, they could probably have done without the hitting the sides nonsense. I'm not really sure what the point of that is, but I think it just really makes the game a lot harder and maybe a little bit more frustrating. Don't think there's any need for that. But it's okay. I guess there are worse games out there and better ones, but it's okay. It's average at best. So next game is Russian Subway Dogs, which is a kind of a unusual style game. I'll just play the campaign. I think it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. So you've got sort of levels to play through, and goals to meet here. Getting different combos. You've got a sort of jump button, but what you'll see is really pretty straightforward. Well, you can change the style of dog that you want, I guess, once you unlock them all. There's obviously quite a few. So you've got Russian dog, I guess there must be other types of dogs. But yeah, let's have a look at the first simple level. So you play this little dog, and your idea is to sort of scare the passengers here, their food, so you can keep your energy levels going. You can see your health bar or energy bars constantly depleting. There's also things you need to avoid. There's different combos you can try and do. Oh, avoid them, as they seem to take your energy away. So you can do sort of crazy combos and jumps. A bit silly, but it's actually quite addictive stuff. Quite good fun. So you can try and do combos, but keeping some of the things in the air when they're falling like this. Let's see. Ah, can't do it. We've got our rivals here that actually try and steal your food, which can be a bit annoying. Go away. And that's it. There's not really much to control. There's really just the jump button and your barking button, and that's really it. Pretty simple. And it sounds silly, but it's actually really good fun. And it looks quite nice too, I guess. Oh, I died. Oh, that's a level over. It's pretty good fun. I mean, you've obviously got some objectives to try and meet. But let's move on to the second level. Have a little look. Pretty peculiar little game, but it is pretty cool. Okay, what missions have we got? Not allow any Dobrans to eat shawarma. Oh. Sounds so strange. Anyway, let's start playing. Let's see how we can get on. I think the idea is to try and last as long as possible. So you've got the timer in the top right corner, so try and last that amount of time. And keep your yellow health bar topped up as much as you can. Basically, survive. Quite good fun. I actually really do like this game. Oh, the rascal. Peculiar game. Oh, 1 minute to go. Oh no. Oh, I'm going to die, aren't I? So you see, it does get pretty tricky, but I actually quite enjoy this game. It is pretty good fun. Sorry. So next game is Brotherhood United. Now this game's a little bit bloody, but it is pretty cool. I'll start at the first mission. So it has this sort of retro sort of style to it. It's obviously got kind of story going. So you've got your jump button and fire button, and you've got a roll button as well, which is kind of cool. And it is pretty basic. It looks very retro style, quite blocky, but I really like the style of it. Now, to give you an idea how it actually plays, it's really like a Metal Slug style game, and that's obviously not a bad thing. That's pretty cool. And see, you rescue the sort of prisoners here, and they give you extras, so that's very Metal Sluggy. Do you know, it's fun. It really is good fun. Pretty basic, pretty simple, but it's pretty addictive and it's very enjoyable. So I've got a variety of enemies as well, and so this is just really the first mission, but I actually really enjoyed playing it through. So this sounds quite quiet again on this game, but I'm quite impressed with this game, really am. I think some of these games are available in sort of other formats like Xbox, PlayStation, for example. And some of them have been available for a couple of years, like on PC, Steam, these games. But some are brand new. And this version looks really, really good too. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I think I'll definitely find myself playing this one more. It's got a really cool graphic style. I do like the retro look. Oh, you've got bombs as well, I forgot about that one. Press the triangle button, you can unleash grenades. So you can actually, I'm using the shoulder button here to sort of aim upwards, and there's different control methods here, which is quite cool. I find it better actually to use the D-pad to be playing this rather than, I know it probably makes more sense to using the analog stick, but I found that the D-pad probably works a lot better. I think sometimes the analog stick's a bit too sensitive for this game. Just my own opinion, really. Pretty violent, but kind of funny, I guess. And you get, obviously, you can get upgrades, you can get health, you get some machine guns and different weapons throughout the game. But I really enjoy this one. I do really enjoy it. So that's really, so far I'd say maybe two of the three games that I've played so far. Two have been extremely good. First one's a bit average, but that's not too bad. I mean, at the price range, it's pretty reasonable. Definitely worth picking up, especially since they are the last games. Be sort of cruel not to. That's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's move on to the next game. Okay, guys, let's look at the fourth game. Is called Mind Maze. I definitely noticed this game's been released in a few formats on the same day, like the Switch, for example. And it's quite a simple game. I think it's one of these games that's definitely suited to sort of the PS Vita and like a phone, for example. And once you see the game, you maybe recognise it as being a type of a puzzle game you would probably play against your friend on a bit of paper, probably. There's actually no sound on this game at all, which is a bit strange. But you see, you've got a maze, and you're playing against your opponent to try and get as many squares as possible by putting one line at a time. And this is the type of game I guess you would have played on a bit of paper with your friend. So it's a little bit unusual to see this on a thing, but it kind of works. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing either. So see, obviously I've just gave away 3 squares to my opponent, so you can only do one line at a time. And I'm making a total mess of this. So you try and find a line so you're not going to give away, which I think I've already mucked up. Yeah, I'll get some now. So obviously the one that wins is the one that has the most squares at the end of the day. I think I did used to play this. I think it was like in Pizza Hut, for example. They used to have the sort of kids fun packs, and they'd have these little square games that you'd play while you're waiting on your food. So I'm not sure you'd play this very much, to be honest. I think ideally it'd be better playing against a person rather than the sort of computer. But I think this is going to finish in a draw. Yeah. So it's pretty simple. Nothing really much to it. And I'm not really sure it's worth paying for this. You'd really just be better getting a bit of paper, to be honest, and sort of playing that against your friend. But that is what it is. I think it was a little bit cheaper, say like 50p or something. Maybe you'd buy it, but at the price range, I'm not really sure it's worth bothering. Now let's move on to the next game, guys. So the fifth game, Killer Dolls United. A bit of a warning here, this game is not good. It takes a little while to load in, and it does have that unfinished feeling, like they have rushed to get this game out in time to get in the store, and it does feel like it really needs a little bit more work to it. And something that's quite obvious that there's something wrong with it is the fact that you can't actually move and select anything with the D-pad or the analog stick on the screen. You actually have to press the screen to press play or to go to it. And same with the character select screen, which is just crazy. And you think that nothing's happening because I've pressed that, and then it takes forever to actually load, which is pretty poor. You think something's broken. Yeah, absolutely nothing is happening. But I think give it some time, it will actually load in and play. It's pretty simple, the game. It's really like a wave after wave type game, and that's not the stream that's doing that juttering. The game does jutter all over the place, so you need to use your sort of R1 button, sort of attack the enemies, and you've got dash buttons, but it's so dull, it's so boring. I'm not sure what these enemies are. They look like sort of, don't know, large oversized human alien things. And this is really it. Look at the way the screen jutters all over the place when the next wave loads. I mean, you've got a soundtrack, I guess, that's okay, but that's it. It is so dull, it's so boring. It feels massively unfinished. I guess it really could have been doing with a little bit more testing, a little bit more time and work to it. And that's it. It's utterly dull and boring. Not sure you really want to play this. This game's not one that anyone should be buying. Pretty dull. And to be fair, I don't really think it's going to get much better even with a little bit more work to it, but I guess sorting out these crazy jutters and issues when there's characters sort of next wave coming in is just insane, but even then it still wouldn't be a great game if it was sorted. Which is maybe why they just didn't bother. Man, it's okay, but I mean you're not going to come back and play this again, are you? It's just pretty dire, pretty boring, pointless. Anyway guys, let's move on to the last game that's been released. So last game released is Witchcrafty. Now, pleased to say this one's definitely a really good game. It's kind of like an RPG of sorts meets Celeste, but you'll find it once we get into it. Again, this game's a little bit slow to react once you actually press start, but it does get going. It's got quite a cool little story going on to it. You see the graphics are quite sort of cutesy, I guess. You've got a sort of double jump button, which is quite cool. Oh, come on. And see, every time you sort of press the button, there is a bit of a gap between loading times. See, the graphics are quite nice. There's quite a lot going on here, though. There's some kind of goblins have attacked. It's got a cool story going. I mean, you can look at the graphic style and the way the sort of character jumps. It does remind you of Celeste, but it's in a kind of an RPG style environment, which is a pretty good thing, I think. We've had some kind of goblin attack, and I guess the sort of main character here has fell asleep and lost her memory by the sounds of it. Yeah, there's some humour in the text here. can definitely see me playing this one quite a bit because it's quite addictive. There's a lot of different characters here, but you can't actually interact with them. So you've got a sort of jump button, double jump button on the X, and you've got an attack button. If you continue to press it on the circle button, you will get some different sort of moves, and you've got this sort of tumble on the triangle button there. And you've got this in the start button, I guess. But yeah, I've only got 2 hearts. Oh, I've died already. That's something you probably can't tell when you look at the graphics. You can't actually see what's bad and what's good. And when you die at the moment, you go right back to start, which is a little bit of a pain. I mean, I don't know why you can't just start at this screen that it was on. Oh yeah, there's another move. You've got jump and dash. I guess you'll find out these very soon. You can see the red sort of jaggy things there, so if you jump and dash, you'll go over them, but some things are hard to see. You're not sure what's actually bad or what, because the graphics are quite tiny. Got an attack button here. So I've only got 2 hearts. I need to be careful here. Just keep pressing that. So I need to do a little bit of double jumping and dashing to get up here. Quite cool. I do like the style of it. It's got a nice little soundtrack too. Not sure anyone actually does read all this. Oh, I've got a fireball now. Oh, that's good. Oh, so now the square button, you can unleash a fireball. And I guess looking at the top left here, you'll probably be able to change that into different ones, maybe like ice, I guess. So let's save my progress. Fantastic. So magic. I guess I'm going to clear all these boxes out using my magic, which is cool. And you can see obviously the jumping style and the dash is total Celeste. Oh, I see my fireball has actually run out already. Guess I need to collect to replenish. Oh, there it's replenished now. Wonder what this does. Oh, cool. So I guess all these things sort of help replenish your sort of magic power. Oh, wasn't expecting that. So, oh, wasn't expecting that either. That's sneaky. Okay. I guess I need to avoid water. It's a very nice game, this. I definitely like that. Oh darn. Oops. That's better. Oh. It's certainly quite tricky. I do like it. You see, I can definitely see there's probably 3 games, I guess, out of the 6 that I would say were really good games. And you've got 1 that's just terrible and 2 that are, I guess, just kind of okay. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing this one more. So guys, that's it. That's the last 6 games that are going to be officially released to the PlayStation Store for PlayStation Vita. A little bit of a shame. I would like to see it supported still, but I guess at least they're going to keep up the store and you will be able to download games and things going forward. But I don't think that's going to happen for forever. I'm sure they will eventually close the store. So I would recommend Russian Subway Dogs, Brotherhood United and Witchcrafty. 3 of them are really good games. Ultra Mission and Mind Maze are kind of okay, not really massive games you would rush out to buy, and Killer Dolls United is completely avoid. But thanks for watching the video guys, please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.